EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and our home team. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. Right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, and he ended up finding another receiver.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this throw caught left left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Big hitter there. First down gain of 26 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Marlon Davidson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0 and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signal for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Elliott. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
And a Falcon first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And Jones hands it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Falcons.
Looking to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He's brought down
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
at the 25-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taking
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
By number 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Lions nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10. At their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
2 brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And Jackson throwing once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Falcons, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles